on. I need some lighting. All right. Hi. It's a little ghetto in here today, but we're going to get to the program. Hold on. Let me make sure I can see myself. Okay, I can see myself. Let me make sure my lights is good. And we're going to talk tonight. Don't grab my damn shirt. Okay, we're going to talk anything that happens. Remember that this is a live show. Okay, so we're going to get started at approximately 8:05. Okay, we're gonna get started, and I'm going to play the video that made us be here today. All right, Rasheeda versus Yandy versus Rasheeda. And somebody gotta tell. All right, that's a better light. Somebody gonna have to tell the truth here. Go get your snacks. Go ahead and tell your man that you need like an hour to yourself. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video. Put them likes up. Put them likes up a little bit for me. As well as go send this to a friend. You got enough time to go ahead and send it to a friend. I have a baby, so life is a little ghetto right now, but we are still going to do what we need to do, okay? So I'm going to give everybody one more minute to get on in because it's already late. And what? It's already late, so you got to work with me today, guys. Yes. We got another girly in the room with us today. Another girly that's here to basically hear the tea. Okay, so, all right, hi. All right, so I want to go ahead right now and play the video that got this all started, okay? So, come here, Cass, pick up my phone for me. So, hey. First of all, before we get started, tell me what city are you watching us from? What city are you repping, or what city are you watching us from? Give me that too. Give me that too. Thank you. What city are you watching us from? What city are you repping here tonight? All right. I'm always going to rep BK to the fullest. That you guys know I live in Delaware, but I'm always going to represent BK to the fullest. So I am excited about tonight's show. Well, it's not really a show. It's a live because of this. Okay. We got Philly in the motherfucking building. We got Columbus, Ohio in the building. Brooklyn, of course, y'all know is already in the building. Staten Island in the building. Houston is in the building. ATL is in the building. All right. Queens is in the building. We will go ahead and add some more. All right. We got Connecticut is in the building. Sandy, what up? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and play shish kebab. Okay. I wanted to play the video of this. This is just, first of all, I'm going to give my disclaimer. I'm petty, so I got to give my disclaimer because I know people that know me going to be like, I know you ain't talking about them two losers. Like, but I had no choice but to talk about it. Hold on. So Glow won't be all in our business. Hold on. Come on. Here, take this. All right, y'all know how you gotta do with these kids. All right, it's a show because you're about to break this down. Yeah, I'm about to break this down. It's very sad to me, though.
I've been married and I went through, and I can say these are real tapes. You're not comfortable. These are the real tapes. But being uncomfortable. That bitch is kissing on his neck. And you married to him? Y'all running around. And married bitches, so you getting this by women. This is Atlanta. Take that back to New York.
Wait. Wait, I wish I could pause. Hold on. This is Atlanta. Take that back to New York. Okay.
That's why you mad. But you not. You a demon. That's why you mad. You a demon. Looky here, guys. This is what an Atlanta hat looks like.
Yeah, you played yourself with that hat, though.
That you went to the extreme. To put your little hat on. I am Atlanta. No, you're not Atlanta. You on the wrong side of the United States, bitch.
She's tired. She pressed.
A hot ass mess. You're whack and you're deflecting and all you do
fucking whack.
Talk about everything but all your. What are you talking about? That's in the blog. You want anything? I ain't
You mad though? Why she gotta talk about what's in the blogs?
And guess what? I stand on that. Keep trying to keep a serious face in this conversation because it's ridiculous coming from you, a person who we've all seen and witnessed your heartache. You have had these receipts brought to you even in the form of a child. Just like with K. Michelle, you gotta ride the backs of women for you to feel like it's elevating you. You are so jealous.
Yes.
Is it because I'm young? Oh, is it because I don't have any bags? Oh, is it because
I still don't got no bags.
What is like you?
This is when she tore her up.
Fine about you. Fine. And nothing you say, but as I can wake up every day knowing I'm not perfect. That your man sleeping with all that. On camera. He's sleeping with people on camera. And guess what? Your man got a whole legacy. A whole legacy that you gotta raise. And I'm not backing down off of it. That you gotta raise. And I own
the whole legacy that you got to raise. Hurts.
Let me be. None of it has nothing to do with you. Exactly. None of it. That's my point. None of it does.
Yandy, you'll take that fucking hat off your head.
Wait a minute. Did this woman just really say for me to stay out her business? Me stay out your business? I don't even talk about your business. I don't do podcasts.
Whole legacy was crazy, though. That was crazy.
To call that woman a friend. The things that you have done, how low you have gone, is just distasteful. Is disgraceful, and it is disgusting. Stay away from me.
I want you to see the end. That's why I'm playing the whole clip. She said, get some real clothes. Get the right hat. Do a DNA test at home. That's when she would have got fucked up right there. And she laughed about it. When she said, do a DNA test at home with them children, she wanted to say more. But she didn't want the public to go ahead and like cut her off. First of all, I'm going to say this disclaimer because after seeing that video, I'm tight right now. So I got to go ahead and talk about it. Now, listen. I don't like Yandy ass or Rasheeda. So I ain't on now. Before this video come, I am not on none of their sides. Okay? I don't like Yandy for some other shit. And Rasheeda and me got into it about Bossy. If you remember back in the day when I had Bossy and I was going to make this whole brand about it. But she also started something with the name Bossy in it. And then I had to let her know, like, people that's Bossy don't be getting, like, basically, like, they man fucking people on TV and stuff like that. It was just, like, crazy. So I don't like either one of them. So I'm going to tell the truth, the holy truth, and nothing but the truth. Because even if I don't like you, I still got to tell you what's going on. I could say, as a real wordsmith, I'm going to say that surprisingly, Rasheeda ate Yandy ass up. But when she ate her up, it was not in a way where I was like, ooh, girl, yes. It was a way where I was just like, bitch, you was never that girlfriend. Have you ever heard, like, when somebody getting an argument with somebody, or you ever had an argument with an old friend, and she just go to fuck in on you, and you're not even trying to go in on her because you're hoping that maybe one day you guys can talk it out and you don't want to go too far? That's exactly what Yandy was doing. First of all, like, I'm just going to go from the beginning, right? Because I wrote some notes down because I was just so mad. Rasheeda is an angry woman. Y'all look at Rasheeda because she got that light brown caramel color. She got a little bit of hair. She got a husband. She got children. She has nice things. Y'all looking at her like, wow, why would she be mad? Why would she be jealous? Let's keep it real. Especially to all the people that has been in the entertainment industry since 2007, 2006. Let's keep it real. She know, we know, and Yandy know that Rasheeda, you have always been at the bottom of the friendship line. Meaning that if it wasn't for Love and Hip Hop, you and your husband allegedly been trying for a long time to get on. Whether it was rap, management, whether he was messing with all type of R&B and hip hop stars to get on, he always had that dream. He came from New York to Atlanta with the dream of making it big. He tried to mess with multiple women to make himself and his status go up. It wasn't happening for him, and it wasn't happening for you. You were in girl groups, you were without groups, you try to do things solo. Hold up. You know when I'm telling the truth. You have been trying to get on for a long time. And you hung out with women that were highly successful, and you were angry about that. Okay, hold on. It's like a bitch that looked better than her whole friend group, And then her quote unquote ugly friends get on before them and they're always mad about it and they cannot let it go. See, you're looking at a woman that make money and maybe a lady of leisure, but she still feels like the bottom of the barrel bitch that she once was. Okay? That's just the truth. She was never that girl. Yes, she had the look, but she never was that girl. She wasn't dressing like that back in the day either, because when you don't have the funds to dress like that, you're not dressing with the little like cute things and stuff like that. You just don't have that style. Her style back in those days when I knew about Rasheeda was very country. And that's where this whole New York and Atlanta thing is starting from. No matter what, every documentary that I see, even up until the Magic City documentary, always mentions how New York slept on Atlanta and New York felt that Atlanta was country. Like, at the end of the day, like, we are always going to think every town is country. It's nothing personal, Atlanta. We love you guys. You guys are wonderful. You guys have welcomed us into your homes. You guys have welcomed us into your heart. Until recently, when I was there for What Chili Wants and stuff like that, I used to live there, the love was there. But there was a shift as of late that's like they don't want no New York girls like coming through trying to make some moves, okay? They're okay with the New Yorkers coming in there making some moves. I know a couple of my New York boys that came out there and fucked all of y'all up in Atlanta. So y'all are okay with the men coming in and making a thing going on, because, you know, in the end of the day, y'all don't really have guys out there that really like women like that, allegedly. So y'all are okay with the women, the men that's out there. But when it comes down to the women, especially if it's a motivated woman, you got a problem with that. And that's just the way it is. First of all, okay, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there, all right? So they have a problem with New York girls. It happened with me with Chili. It's just like they don't get us. They feel we're very rude. They feel we're very disrespectful. They feel we're very loud. But there's a lot of things that Atlanta girls are too. But in the end of the day, like, it shouldn't be no beef with nothing. Like, everybody gotta go ahead and do what they gotta do. You don't have to be mad at that. So anyway, Rasheeda used to be at the end of the friend group. She used to hang out with Toya and them when they first got their show. Tiny was always popping because she was in Escape. Candy was in Escape as well. Candy wrote songs. Candy tried to help her multiple times get on. A lot of people tried to help her get on, but it just never sort of happened. All right? So what she started to do is she started to befriend nobody. So that means that if you are a little popular and you start hanging out with like people that are not as popular, you're going to seem a little popping. Now, when she said like, oh, you know, let me block this person right here because I don't got time today and I got my kid with me. I don't got time. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I wouldn't normally block you, but right now is not the time, okay, baby? See you again, okay? All right. Anyway, so as I was stating, she started hanging out with more like regular people. Now, when she said, oh, you was Jim Jones' assistant, Yandy did come in as an assistant, but Yandy was always a motivated person. Like, Yandy came in even on What Chili Wants, and when she was like Missy assistant at that time. That's how I met Yandy. I didn't really like know Yandy before that as nothing more than like an assistant or somebody that worked in Mona's office and stuff like that. I didn't really know her like that, but that doesn't mean anything because in the end of the day, everybody got somewhere where they started. So whether or not she because she was Jim Jones' assistant or whatever the case may be, that doesn't matter. She still said your name and gave you an opportunity to say, listen, what about Rasheeda? Let's speak to her, whatever the case may be. But this is your fault, Yandy, because in the end of the day, y'all always hyped up Rasheeda to be more than what she really was. And that's because of the way y'all like the way she looked, okay? Women, black women, we got to get out of this whole like, you're my friend and I like you because you're cute. Because just because you look good do not mean that you are good look. Just because you look good doesn't mean that you have the capability of being a friend, all right? In my opinion, based on what I've seen over the years, and I've met Rasheeda in real life as well, Rasheeda is incapable of being anyone's friend, okay? And don't be like, oh, well, you know, she hang out with bosses. She's into the bosses. Well, guess what? Those are all fake friends. Because guess what? If y'all all so friend, why do we got two restaurants on the same block? Don't you can't rock me to sleep. Why we got two different restaurants on the same block in your one friend group? Why none of y'all made a business together and stuff like that? That is fake friends. That is like friends that look good that hang out with each other. Friends that's popular that hang out with. It's like when the lawyer said that Diddy and Jay-Z was never friends. Okay, and everybody was like, what? I've seen them together 100 times. Guess what? He was not a friend, because if he was a friend, his ass would have visited him in the courtroom. Whoever visited Diddy in the courtroom was his friends. Everybody else is just colleagues, okay? They try to start some Beautiful Bosses campaign a few years ago with Candy, my girl Toya, and Rasheeda. And guess what happened to that? Womp, 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 womp. It went down the fucking hill, because in the end of the day, it's some type of weakness in the circle. No matter which way they put it, it's some type of weakness in the circle, because there's no way that me and my girlfriends that we always hang out. We hang out every day. You guys are my best friends. My restaurant is 216 Peter Street. Your restaurant is 190 Peter Street. Like, come on, son. You can't fool me with that. All right. So, listen. All right. So now she said that, and that, yes, Danielle, it's levels to friendships. And we have to stop thinking that every friend is a friend for everything. Like, every friend is not the friend you're going to open up a business with. Every friend is not the friend that you're going to tell your personal business to. Everybody's not a friend some friends is just cool for, like, when you going out. Like, girl, I'm about to go to the club. Let me call so-and-so up, and we're going to have a good time. But if they never collabed on no business, no boutique, they all three had a boutique at one time. Okay? Everybody had, and I'm not saying nothing shallow. I'm just saying, like, what it is, all right? So I don't, like I said, she said that, oh, I ate your ass up. Me and my husband are the queen and king of love and hip hop. Rasheeda, come close. You and your husband may not have even been on the show if freaking Jocelyn and Stevie was still on that show, okay? So stop it. And even with Jocelyn and Stevie not being on the show, you and your husband are not the queen and king of anything but looking fucking stupid on TV. That's it. You are the queen of looking like a dumb ass on television, okay? That's what the hell you are. And then you got to remember, too, that Rasheeda is also a Gemini. Like, I love y'all Geminis. I love them as clients. But I'm not a fan of Geminis as friends, because when a Gemini woman get mad, she play dirty. And she went real dirty with Yandy, calling her ass. She was like, you're whack. Like, you're whack. You went ahead and got the same jewelry as me. Your jewelry fake. You went and mocked up my ring. That comes from y'all gassing Rasheeda up. Hey, friend, look at your ring. Oh, you got a house in Bahamas, friend. Like, bitch, you've been on TV 20 years. You better have a house in cheap ass like Bahamas. Like, I'm not impressed. But y'all always want to sit there and give people all these little false comments. One thing about me and my sisters, or I'm going to say my sisters and I, we give compliments, but we don't fake compliments. So if you ever get a compliment from me and I say something look nice, it does look nice. But in the end of the day, I'm not going to be sitting there all day like sucking you off like, oh, you got this, you got that. Like, you get every car. Because all y'all got a lot of PPP loans too. We're not going to really go there tonight. But we can if we have to. Like, allegedly, like a lot of y'all that was fronting, like, looking good, y'all was the same ones going for the PPP loan. So it's like, I'm really confused, like, who's the ballers and who's not the ballers, okay? Period. And, yes, like I said, and with Gemini women, they will cut a bitch. But when it come down to a man, they don't got that same energy for a man. The way you talked to Yandy ass, I ain't never see you talk like that to your husband, and I ain't never see you talk like that to Jasmine, who now became, you such the queen of love and hip hop that your husband mistress can get a role on a show that you're on. Now listen. Now you see the vein popping out my head. Let me tell you something. When I was on TV with Chili, I was a bitch straight out of East New York with nothing, okay? It would be no way in holy hell a show that I'm a second co-star in, they gonna put any of my ops on TV, any of my dudes, ex-girls on TV. I'd have looked at their face and said, bitch, you got it, and I'd have walked off the set. There's no way y'all gonna get a scene with me while this bitch is now a co-star getting a full-time check from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So, baby, the being a queen is more than a title, honey. It's the way they're going to treat you. When a queen walk in, they're not saying, oh, that's the queen. They're going to treat you like a queen. Okay, that's how you know if a man feel you a queen. Because a man see a queen, he could be smoking a big fat blunt. But when he see you, he putting it down. How you doing, Miss Smalls? And keep on pushing because he believe that you're a queen. So I don't want to hear all that. You the queen or king or nothing when your husband mistress is on the show. That is ridiculous, okay? So I don't like Yandy. But I will give her props for not taking those He-Man arms, okay? That's why I put up 2 pictures today. One was of them arguing, and one was of those arms, okay? Yandy got some Angela Bassett's on her, okay? She look a little He-Man-ish with them arms. She could have took your little ass, because Rasheeda is very small. We're talking 13-year-old small, like real little. I'm 5'2". Rasheeda got to be 5'1", 100 pounds, soaking wet. Nothing wrong with it being a little small, but with that kind of mouth, you got to be, like, ready to fight. Because what Yandy could have did with those big He-Man arms is she could have took her and Molly whopped her ass all across that motherfucking room. She would have got beat up in Atlanta that day, especially when she said, oh, you better go home and get that paternity test and stuff like that. Inappropriate. And now y'all understand why I turned down, Glory, now you understand why I turned down every TV show that was an ensemble cast. When they called me for Gossip Girl, I turned it down. When they called me for a few other shows, I turned it down. Because when somebody feels their position is threatened on these shows, they're going to get down and dirty. And when you get down and dirty with the wrong person, you're going to be down and dirty in the hospital. You have to be careful of what you do. Why do you think you don't see no ensemble shows in New York or Brooklyn? Why not? Because motherfuckers say the wrong thing is going to be a problem. And that's why you don't see it like that. All right? So, like I said, Rasheeda, yes, you ate her up, but you ate her up like in a nasty way. You ate Yandy ass up, but you ate her up like the way when Remy Ma did the song about Nicki Minaj. Remember when Remy Ma came up with that song and everybody at first was vibing to it, but then after a while you was like, oh, okay, damn, you're doing too much. And that's exactly what it was. You calling her jewelry fake, her clothes fake, like, oh, bitch, like, you never was that girlfriend. You never was that girlfriend. If your girlfriends could talk to you in a certain type of way during an argument, it was never no real love there, all right? You were just another broke-ass opportunist that befriended somebody that was going to help you get on that show because you was, at that time, gasping for air, okay? You were gasping for air. You was never a friend. So the one thing that Yandy did manage to say was that you're jealous. Rasheeda, you are jealous. And I said, oh my God, that's the problem. She is jealous. Okay, she's jealous of anybody that is going to compromise her food line. Because she know that if she's not on Love and Hip Hop, her food line is shut the fuck down. She know it. It don't matter how popular a restaurant is, and it's good. I'm going to give her credit now. Rasheeda restaurant is very, very good. Don't matter how good the restaurant is. It doesn't matter how the clothes are. Even though you be selling like, you know, the AliExpress clothes and you be making them go up for 4 times the price. I respect it. It's business. But you are a jealous person, okay? You are the type of bitch. I'm going to say bish. You're the type of bish that hang around people that you feel that you're going to be the top dog of. Okay, and that's a lot of girls. A lot of women, no matter how much they got going for themselves, they always got to be on top. And in the end of the day, like, you're not going to always be on top. The reason why she won't get rid of that man and that marriage is because in Atlanta, being married puts you on a certain status. These girls in Atlanta are the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. But they can't get a husband to save their life. It's so bad that the New York girls is going out there getting married. My girls that left New York single moved to Atlanta and got married. So I'm like, how the hell did y'all go and get a husband and the girls in Atlanta can't get a husband? Okay, because they're willing to do things in Atlanta that women in New York are not willing to do. And I'm going to break that down. Why I brought up the New York factor. Hold on. I got notes. All right. So like I said, she needs to be on top of everybody. All right. That's just how she is. And anybody that she sees that threatens her position, she has a problem. She wants to feel like, so hold on, y'all. She wants to feel like she's so fly. But what she don't understand about New York people is that we don't feel you fly if your husband is cheating on you. And everybody knows it, including you. Like, we don't think that's fly at all. Like, we never gonna think that's fly. As I always say on every show, New York people take marriage very seriously, okay? Even though Yandy be on her marriage sham and acting like whatever, that's on Yandy. Yandy's going to be on the great pretending stuff with the marriage. That's like only one person from New York. But everybody else, they do not play when it comes down to marriage and things like that. Like, we don't feel you're fly if you're sharing your man. That's just New York. That's just a New York state of mind. All right. And I'm going to get into that. All right. Okay. So let's go back to why she's jealous. She's jealous because she's jealous because she do not like that Yandy opened that new restaurant. Yandy had some little creperie spot. You ain't never hear nothing from Rasheeda. She was cool because, once again, it did not threaten her position, okay? But now Yandy has a 3-floor restaurant, okay? So Yandy, she might have gave Yandy some tips behind the scene. Oh, go see this person, go do this. But she probably thought she was opening a little putt-putt restaurant, okay? She probably gave her a little game, girl, because Yandy looked like the type, okay, with her dirty nails that would call people and be like, girl, I can't even seem to get in touch with the permit people. And then Rasheeda seemed like the type that got connects. She got connects because there's a lot going on in her family right now, and nobody even locked up. So she got some connects, right? So, she probably helped her because she probably thought she was opening up like another little putt-putt restaurant. But when she went and got the big boy, it's like, who the F do she feel like? They looking at a New York girl came to Atlanta. Who the hell do she think she is that she could open up a nicer restaurant than mine in Atlanta, Georgia? But what y'all don't understand about New York girls is that New York girls are very motivated. We feel like if we made it in New York, we could make it anywhere. And then also we look at other places that's cheap. Okay, no offense, but we do. Like, we look at y'all like, oh, you should be able to get a nice house. It's cheap. Like, for example, like when I used to go visit Atlanta and they be like, yeah, this house is $500,000. We be like, if you tell somebody from New York a house is $500,000, we gonna be like, oh my God, that's a steal. It's not being shady. It's a steal because that same house would cost $1 million in New York. So we're like, oh my God, 500,000. This is a fucking coupon sale. Wow, they just giving away the houses in Atlanta. So when you say that, it be like, oh, this bitch thinks she better than somebody. It's not that we think we better than somebody. It's just a different tax bracket. It's just a different bracket. It's just a different bracket. Like, y'all can start like that because things don't cost the way it costs in New York. Like, a New York girl get a little C-Class. She paying $700 for insurance. So she can't get that car that you could get because it's a different lifestyle. All right. So, all right. So, like I said, in the tongue lashing, hold on, guys. Glory, you're not going to do that tonight. All right. I'm almost done. In the tongue lashing, Rasheeda won the battle. But she definitely did not win the war because people were able to see that smile at the end. When she finished ripping up Yandy, she smiled at the end. So that shows us that K. Michelle was right about your ass from day one. K. Michelle saw something in you that nobody was able to see on TV or that was edited out on TV previously. But now that people are starting not to watch reality shows, if you notice, reality shows are showing a lot more reality in their shows now because they feel like people are tired of the orchestrated stuff. Let's show everybody character. Or the producers could be setting your dumb ass up to get you fired for next season. Like, oh, you know what? No one likes you anymore after that argument you had with Yandy. Take a season off. And next thing you know, your ass and your bags will be back to the unemployment line trying to go to the store and buy some chicken to sell at that restaurant. All right? So that smile on her face also showed that she liked to make people just as miserable as she really is. A lot of people look at her like a carefree lady. Oh, she don't care her man cheating on her. She gonna always take her man back. That's a lie. That's a lie. She's so damn embarrassed from that man doing her dirty like that, continuously doing her dirty. She don't even know what to do with herself. All right? So she is looking like she's such a confident person, but in the end of the day, she's not a confident person because a confident woman can't stay with no cheating ass man. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's different if nobody know your man is a cheating ass man, but you are on national TV. You telling me that the bitch from high school is watching this show knowing that my man cheated on me is never going to happen, all right? So she always had like a false confidence about herself. All right. So Yandy, the hat. Yandy, why would you wear that hat? Why would you wear that? Okay? Why would you wear that hat? I know you wore that hat to like make her feel some type of way, but you had the wrong hat on. It wasn't even a regular A hat. And you wasn't supposed to wear any Atlanta hat to make her mad. When you was sitting there, you was supposed to put on a New York Yankee hat. Remind her where you was from and how you in her town getting money. Because that's obviously what the problem is. That's why she was like, oh, you need to go back to New York with that. They want you to go back because you're getting some of that money out there. All right? So you was supposed to put on your New York Yankee hat, chilling. All right? Because you are a Harlem girl getting money in her town. That's how you was supposed to do it. So that's how I know you ain't had no swag yet, Yandy. Because that's how you was supposed to do it. All right? But you got to also remember where we from. Ew, stop. We from New York, all right? And in New York, we was taught by the great Jay-Z, even though I don't like him either, but right now he's going to be great. We were taught that you go to a small town and we what? Lock it all down. That's what we was taught. That's just how we do things. That's how we do business. Don't mean we want to take over. It doesn't mean that we don't kiss the ring where we're at, but we know that we supposed to go to a small town and lock it all down. All right, Dory. All right, so that's how we basically was taught or whatever like that. So Glory, I'm almost done. Shh, I'm gonna put this in your mouth right now. You gonna go in another room, and we just gonna hear you from the other room. All right. So like I said, we was taught to go to a Smitty and lock it all down. All right. So we got that. If you from New York, you can make it anywhere. So you should have knew she was gonna go get a business when she was there. But the problem is you was sleeping on her, and you was sleeping on how Atlanta was going to receive her, and that's really what your problem is. All right. So like I said, Rasheeda, you are a very good looking girl. But you know that nobody's going to run you down if you left that husband. Ain't no ballers running you down. You know that. That time is past. That was 20 years ago. You were supposed to bag you somebody that was open up for you and stuff like that. All right? In the end of the day, you missed the boat. But here's the real key, because I always like to end with a key. All right? This is the key. Y'all both are fighting for the same thing. Y'all fighting to be this whole power couple and this popping couple. But you can't be a power couple. Both of y'all are not power couples. You know why? Because the real power in a relationship is love. And that's just what it really boils down to. In the end of the day, ain't no man openly cheating on you. You guys are the sidewives. No man is openly cheating on a woman and they in love with them. It's just not going to happen. The real power that you want is love. And you both are lacking in that category. All right? And another thing too is that in the end of the day, none of these industry bitches are your friends. None of these people on your job is your friends. Okay? They're not. I'm almost finished my point. She doing this on purpose. She know I'm trying to finish. In the end of the day, none of these people are your friends. Okay? Everyone is just close freaking watchers, haters and watchers that is trying to figure you out. You from New York, let me hang out with her, let me see her style, let me see if her man really love her, let me see if she really living the lifestyle I think she living in, let me see if those bags is real, let me go to her house, check her gear out, let me act like I'm going to the bathroom and I'm going in her closet to see what it is. That's the type of slimy bitch that Rasheeda seemed like she is. She seemed like the type to be like, Glory, I'm putting you down now, you're doing too much. She seemed like the type that be like, oh, let me act like I'm going to the bathroom and I'm going to go right in that closet and see all your little fake shit and things of that nature. I'm telling you, all right? They try to hang out with you to figure you out, to see what you really about. Oh, your husband look like he love you? Glory, you see what she doing? She doing that on purpose, y'all. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm putting you down, Glory. Dan. All right. Woo. All right, sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm putting you down, boo. I'm almost finished, okay? Cass, hold it back. I'll be right back. Hi. Okay, I'm going to finish with this point, all right? So you got them girls hang out with you, see your swag. Your husband seem like he's into you. They love that, but they really want to see, like, is that really the case? What's really your tea, or whatever the case may be? Like, they're trying to figure you out and to know if you really live in the life that they think you are or not. And obviously, she found out that Yandy wasn't what she thought Yandy was. And that's just exactly what it is. At the end of the day, they want to see you do good, but never better than them. And that's what you got to remember, all right? When you're hanging out with phony, corny, miserable people like that. They want to see you do good, but never better than them, all right? They like you when they think that you just talking about something, talking about opening up a restaurant, talking about opening up your hair salon, talking about it. But when you actually do it, that's when you see them true colors that come out, okay? And it happened where the real hate come from. And like I said, that's where the real hate is coming from. In the end of the day, yes, Yandy may be a lot of things, but you can't take away her motivation. That's one thing you can't do. And I don't like when people do that. In the end, that hoe never liked you. You better off without that hag, all right, of a woman as a friend. Leave those miserable, and this is for everybody, not just Yandy. Leave those miserable chicks where they are at, okay? Somebody that is with a man that has cheated on them and had a baby with them, on them, they are miserable because they got to look at that situation every day. And when Yandy said, oh, that's a legacy, that is hurt. Like, I didn't even never think of it like that. Like, damn, that's a legacy. That is very disgusting, okay? It's just like, oh my God, you think she's not miserable? You think you all that, and your husband did that to you, and you gotta live with that because you want to save face and stay in Atlanta's social circle, so you stay married? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Well, I'd have been out of the damn Atlanta social circle because I would have left his ass. Yes, I would. You have a baby on me, it's over. It's nothing to talk about. Period. And if I find out you fucking somebody, it's over. I don't gotta do that. Because I have high self-esteem, high self-worth. You're not supposed to ever get caught, man or woman, or what you out there doing. You're never supposed to get caught. The men that get caught are sloppy and don't give a fuck. And you're not going to give a fuck on my time. It ain't going to happen. All right? So, like I said, this is what she should do. She should come back home, even though I don't think she's going to really, come back. I think Yandy should come back home. Because I don't like the way they even doing the marriage stuff out there. And I don't like how everybody just disrespecting her. Or go to another town, just not Delaware. Don't come out here. We're booked. We don't want you out here. Or you could just stay and make them matter. You could just stay where you are. You probably own property out there. I ain't looking up. But you got a nice house. You could just stay there and make them matter. Getting to other circles too. Because now it's going to be awkward with that same old circles. Get with you some ladies of leisure. Not no reality star bitches. Get you with some real ladies of leisure that lives out there. You need to be trying to hang out with Angela Oakley. Get around, the basketball organization. Get around. You need to go and take the test to be like a basketball agent or something like that. Like, you have a degree. You can really turn up your hustle a lot. And then you'll be around all those good-looking men. You can get money. You could be in a different status. Sports, leisure, golf. You know what I'm saying? Like, the possibilities are, endless, okay? And like I said, I still don't like you, but fair is fair. Right is right. And wrong is wrong, okay? And one thing for sure, in Coach T world, I will always have a New York City bitch back, okay? Especially when they're hating on you for no freaking reason, okay? That's just it. So that is my take on it. That is my breakdown on it. Y'all know, nobody is going to ever break it down quite like Coach T. If you love this live, make sure you give me some likes because I only see 20 likes there. Y'all need to give me some more motherfucking likes. Let me see the likes go up. Like. Especially I had to do all this while getting my kids together for the night. Okay, like. Not the heart. Put the like right there, the like button. Thank you. Put the motherfucking likes up. And make sure that you subscribe. Okay, we're coming back soon with our live morning show. I just waiting for this little girl to get a little better, okay? But like I said, we're coming back soon. But for now, like it up. Tell your friends about it. Send your friends this live. But for real, it's just like, we just had to like keep it real. But Rasheeda, you nobody friend. And y'all both want to be power couples. Y'all ain't gonna be no damn power couple. All right? This shit is flawed, okay? It's just flawed. All right? Y'all embarrassing yourselves on TV. And let me tell you something, that check ain't that big for y'all to be embarrassing yourself like that. Y'all gotta think about all them hoes in high school who didn't like you that's watching. Y'all letting these men play in y'all face too much. Y'all got famous pussy. How the hell you letting these, any of them. And you, Yandy, you knew better than to bring your man to Atlanta. All right? Your man was a good 8 in New York. So an 8 in New York is how much in Atlanta? Math problems of the day. If your man is an 8 in New York City and geography, if your man is an 8 and real estate, this is a real estate geography math question. If your man is an 8 in Atlanta, how much is he? I mean, if he's an 8 in New York, how much is he in Atlanta? Yeah. And the answer is 88. Okay, 88 or 880, 88,000. Okay, you knew better than for you to bring your man, especially the way you look. You knew better than to bring your man in Atlanta. All right, so you need to keep it fucking pushing. Okay, stop. All right, I understand that. You think that you just popular, you're famous, you could go anywhere. You could go anywhere. But that does not mean that you were supposed to bring your man around them hoes at all, anyway, period. Rasheeda was looking for misery like company. So Rasheeda don't like that your man's still a little scared of you. Oh, these bitches don't like when your man a little scared of you. And the only way it's gonna work is if your man a little scared of you. She doesn't like that he does his thing, but he don't totally do his thing. Okay, he don't make it like too public. And that's what you're mad about. But you know why he don't make it too public? Because a New York bitch ain't gonna take that. It ain't gonna take that, all right? It's not. That's why you was like, oh, go back to London and go hop on it. Yes, she will go back to London and hop on it, allegedly. Because in the end of the day, a New York bitch ain't getting cheated laying down. She'll always get cheated riding on top. But that's a whole nother story, all right? He know where the checks come from. Her man know where the checks come from too, but he still do what he want to do. And that is the main problem. So while you're sitting home watching these things, thinking like, oh my God, I want to be that girl. I want to be that girl. I want to be famous. A lot comes with that shit. And as you can see what's going on TV, a lot come with it. But like I said, I congratulate He-Man Arms because she could have took her little ass and dragged her like a rag doll. And I think at first she thought Rasheeda was playing because if you go back, okay, as I'm just so surprised that Rasheeda even like could talk like that. And if this girl don't take this hat, oh, she looks so crazy. Hold on, I'm sorry, I got distracted. All right, I'm surprised. And you can tell at first she thought Rasheeda was like kind of playing with her. Rasheeda look all stuffed. The perimenopause is there. Look, she's looking. Look at them arms.
I'm glad you decided to show up.
Look at that arm.
I've been here for a while. We've had a lot to say.
See?
So I'm here.
She thought it was still like a reality show.
I have a lot to say?
Ooh.
I said, I've heard you've had a lot to say. So I'm here to hear all the things you've had to say.
Acting real bold like a gangster.
I did.
Okay. Me too. I heard you say a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you almost can't stop talking about me in person.
Who the hell is y'all?
Girl, I did one more podcast.
That's enough.
Speaking the truth.
What truth?
The truth is...
The truth is what?
Speaking the truth.
What truth?
Because I said you wasn't married.
Again,
Bitch, you said
Now
that
everybody
yourself.
know that.
Exactly. So what difference does it make
Because
for you?
I was asked a question and I answered it.
Why are you
and
asking any questions about me?
First off, either we gonna talk.
Let's not. No.
Either we gonna talk and have a grown woman conversation, or we gonna dig it.
Let's not talk.
I'm not here for that.
Ooh, you see that face she looking like?
You be on. I came into this
She like,
whole situation, walked
We
into
don't
this
talk
place
about
thinking,
this.
I'm about to have a conversation with a bitch
Them big ass
who was acting like she
fake
was
locks.
talking to somebody on a house phone that wasn't plugged in the wall.
Didn't need a lot of
I ain't hear that part.
You know, for guys, take a shirt off.
House phone that wasn't plugged in the
He
wall.
looks good. So I know there's about to be some bull. We're not going to talk about Marriage?
That's your problem. You don't have a piece of mind.
I don't want the piece of paper you got.
Nobody wants that.
What you gotta do is
you're running around calling
nobody called anybody.
Everybody who will listen. Rasheeda ain't my friend.
Rasheeda, you ain't nobody friend.
Are you out of your mind? Let me explain something to you. What I'm not gonna do is sit here and play games.
Yandy, you was not supposed to wear that hat. I'm so mad at that fucking hat.
You come say it to my face.
Baby, I'm right here. I would tell you,
still not talking.
Ooh.
You're a compulsive liar.
Where?
You're a compulsive all the time.
Oh.
All you do around and laugh. You laugh. You joke because and right
Bitches is funny. Ooh, she like she got a hit.
Bleeding out. It's embarrassing.
You know what your problem is?
I don't have a problem.
You have a huge
problem. The problem is you are obsessed. You are so obsessed. And the thing is, while I'm out here yelling for the culture, you press.
Rasheeda, you getting that old lady fat face.
You press. Very happy and very good. Yandy, let's be clear. I'm gonna sit and talk about my business. I'm gonna sit and talk about
Yandy. All right.
I'm gonna sit and talk about that. What I'm not gonna do is play this game. I'm not gonna sit.
She about to flip on now.
What you been playing?
Oh, you shaking the table. She's shaking the table down. Wait, man, I didn't even see all of that part. She is.
Wait, we're gonna have a conversation.
Ooh.
I'm not here to have a conversation with you. I'm here to tell you stop playing with me.
You know what? I should have made
Stop
you wait
playing
so
with me,
much
but you
out.
came. And I'm glad you came, but you've been running. And I'm tired of running.
Bitch, your dusty ass ain't nobody to run from. You keep running.
Oh,
Run your ass back.
your dusty ass ain't nobody to run from.
You gotta stop. Rasheeda, do you have a Google alert on me?
Ooh,
You've been throwing
she
out all
said
the headlines on the
dusty.
blog.
That is trying to slap her right there.
Frivolous stuff and talking nonsense. Let's talk about the receipts. Let's talk about the stuff you've been saying in
Hold up.
podcasts. Let's talk about these
And it's not even that she called her dusty. It's the way she said it. Like, you're dusty. Oh, oh.
Bitch, your dusty ass ain't nobody to run from. You keep running. Run your ass back to London and jump on that.
Wait, your dusty ass ain't nobody to run from. She was supposed to get beat up. This is the first time in reality history that somebody was supposed to get beat up, and it didn't happen. This is too hot. Caliente. I thought at first they was fronting too, until she said, your dusty, crusty, musty, busty ass.
To swab your baby. Let's keep it a buck.
Yandy,
You're
so non-relevant. Your man goes around telling people he don't like you.
Oh, they always try that. Your man don't like you.
All you do is telling us that.
You're the biggest liar I ever met in my life. You deflected.
A Gemini telling somebody they the biggest liar. Ooh, you gotta really lie for a Gemini to say you lying.
Yandy, you can't hold a candle to me. And even if a bitch try to throw in at me, I still stand on 10.
You gotta stop.
You're whack.
You're whack.
With the fake ass jewelry, you mock my ring, you mock my...
She's mad about that business. You mocked my business.
Because you're low down. You're low down. Running around talking about running here thinking he can have
you a job.
Okay, Jim Jones.
It don't matter if she was Jim Jones' assistant. She helped you get the job.
Is this my house?
That's why I ain't helping no bitch get on no more. Never. You won't be on no camera. She acting like a gangster. That's why I played that song.
Job on Love and Hip Hop because I came in and ate your ass up.
You ain't eat nobody up.
Me, I increase ratings. Me and my husband. Contrary to what the
Looking stupid. Woo.
The queen and the king.
No, I can't even look at it no more. I can't even look at it no more. It's just too much. Did you get your undershirt from the room? You ain't got the undershirt from the room? Yeah. And the underwear? Yeah. All right. Okay. So, with that being said, K. Michelle, everybody owes you an apology. This bitch is crazy, okay? Crazy. I am very proud of a New Yorker. Even though, Yandy, you don't never need to argue again because you're not an arguer. You're not a wordsmith. Like, you were supposed to, like, hit her up. The bags, you heard her with the bags, though. Because as soon as she said the bags, that's when she was like, y'all ugly, Ray. You fake clothes, you know. But still, like, you were supposed to just go in on this little midget. You just let her, she ate you up, though. She ate you up. But she went a little too far. I ain't gonna lie, but she did eat you up. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. That was like really like crazy, really disgusting. Do you think that Yandy will ever talk to this girl again? Put it in the comments. Can they work this out after an argument this deep? Will they be able to resolve their issues? I say you never speak to that bitch again. She could be the last bitch on this earth. You better never speak to that bitch again. That's a bitch that never liked you from day one, thought you was ugly from day two, thought you was dusty, crusty, and musty from day three, thought your man didn't like you since day four, thought your clothes was fake on day five. I mean, it's giving like the 12 days of you're a bum. You know, like, please, like, never, ever, don't ever, ever talk to that hoe ever again. And you guys know, even if I don't like you, I'm going to always tell the truth, whether you right or wrong. And this time, Yandy, you wasn't wrong. You wouldn't have been wrong either. You would have molly-whopped her ass and knocked her between the dryer and the mother-freaking wash machine. All right? So I will check you guys at another time when something else hot happens. I will go live at 8 p.m. and we're going to break it on down. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as we always say on this mother-freaking live, watch your front end, bitches that act like they like you like Rasheeda. Peace.